Hi everyone, so I'm back again today after a long time, which was unexpected, but my laptop broke, was waiting on a new one, and then just general life got in the way. So apologies for the absence, but ball is rolling again now. So today I'm showing you how to create a more natural fox eye makeup look, and the first thing I'm doing is priming the eye area. It's always the first step that I take because it helps the shadows to apply nice and smoothly, it prevents the shadows from creasing throughout the day, and it makes those colours pop. And I've just taken some of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer onto the back of my hand, dabbed my brush into it, and I've applied it from there. So I've placed the tape down now once again, and now I'm using this light matte shadow from the Wet n Wild Rose in the Air eyeshadow palette. Beautiful palette, I've used it in numerous tutorials. But what I'm doing now is sweeping this all over the eye area anywhere that I applied that primer. And what this is going to do is set it in place. It mattifies the lid so there's no tackiness, because what can happen is the shadows then can stick and then they aren't easy to blend. Now, if you have time, the primer will dry down anyway if you just wanted to wait a couple of minutes. If you're a little impatient though, like me, you can just set it in place. Now I'm using this warm brown transition shade on that little Royal & Langnickel smudger brush like the last time, and I'm running that shadow along the upper lash line and right alongside that tape. The tape being there is great because it gives us a guide. The only thing that you need to be concerned with is how far up the lid that you're blending the shadow. You want to keep it in a thin enough line, not going more than halfway up the lid. You want to remember we're focusing on a winged shape, so it's fine if you want a thicker wing. By all means then take it up higher, but I'm going for a more, I suppose, subtle look today. So once I've added a couple of layers of that warm brown and I'm happy with the intensity, I'm switching to a darker brown in that Wet n Wild palette. I picked up this on the tip of the brush, and now I'm beginning again at the lash line, slowly wriggling the brush to distribute the product, and I'm making my way all the way across the lash line and then out along the edge of the tape just to create the tail of the wing. Now with this shadow there was a bit of fallout. I don't really mind that anyway because I'm using sweeping motions and not patting motions, so it is expected. The tape is going to remove some of my foundation, so I'm going to have to clean up anyway, so it's not really a big hassle. The smudger brush applies a lighter layer of brown eyeshadow than a more dense brush, and I want the brown to be really dark at the lash line. So what I'm doing is picking up some more of the brown, this time on an angled brush, and I'm pressing it just along the lash line so that the brown is nice and intense there, and then it fades up from the lash line towards the kind of, well, not crease area, but it fades up the winged shape. So now I'm going in with another Wet n Wild palette, just using affordable products today. I'm taking the black eyeshadow now in the palette. I've actually removed the tape and cleaned up off camera just to save some time. Now you can still do this with the tape on. It just was a bit of an afterthought for me. I was going to stick to the browns, but I just can't escape the black eyeshadow. I love adding even a little bit just to create some depth, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just adding it right along the lash line and out on that tail. I've taken up some of that brown eyeshadow again, and I'm using the shape of this angled brush here to press down on the inner portion of the eye, and it's going to create a point with absolutely no effort at all. I'm now then going in with the warm brown transition shade, and I'm applying this along the lower lash line, and I'm using a little bullet shaped brush to apply that, and I'm bringing it right into the tear duct. Next then I'm taking this pencil from Penny's. It's a cream liner, it's called the Miracle Pencil, and it's just that. I'm using it in the waterline initially to brighten up that area, but if the point of the inner corner of your eye isn't quite as defined as you'd like it to be, you can use this pencil to correct and sharpen it up. It's a very handy little pencil and it can be used around the lip line too. So now I'm going back in with the cream shadow from earlier, and I'm just using this on a fluffy blending brush over the edge of the shadow to make sure that it's really nice and soft. I'm using these lashes now from Eyelure, and as you can see they are darker on the outer edges, so this is a good way of getting that definition on the outer corner of the eye without using a dramatic pair of lashes, or without layering lashes, or without having to chop and use a pair on just the corner. These lashes just give us the definition exactly where we want it. And now I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara to blend my own lashes in with the false ones, and then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry once again about the delay, and I'll catch you next week.